What is up, guys? Welcome back to Upstate Maverick. My name is Nick, and today we're going to talk about this big tree that I almost dropped right on my house. It's about 110 foot tall, 32 inches at the trunk, and it was a doozy, let me tell you. I wanted to record it from the beginning, but I was so stressed about the whole thing I couldn't manage doing the cameras and doing everything else, trying to cut it down. So I ended up just deciding to make a YouTube short out of it, which I will plug in right here. Really stinks is I had two phones set up recording, and one was over there. It's my work phone, and it ended up running out of storage right before the tree fell, so I didn't even get the long far away shot of the tree falling. I only had the up close shot, and I tried to aim it more up this direction, and I'm going to show you guys on the stump kind of what went wrong. So I want to pop you guys off the tripod, and I'm going to take you close in on the stump and kind of show you what could have went better and what went actually fairly well. I've never cut a tree down this big before, 32 inches across and 110 foot tall, and the stakes were really high. It's about 15 yards to the corner of my house right there, and this thing has been leaning right at my bedroom window for a very long time. So I'm just going to show you guys what I did. I'm just a homeowner, hobbyist, really enjoy doing firewood and forestry type work, but I am not a logger. I'm not a professional by any means. So I'm just going to show you what I did here and how I made this whole thing happen. So we are off the tripod. This is the stump. If anybody knows what kind of tree this is, comment down below. I never saw any leaves on it, and I'm not very good at picking out trees, so not sure. But basically what the idea was is I cleared out a bunch of these smaller trees. Some of these, 10 inches across. I had one up there that was about 18 inches across. I cleared this out so I'd have a nice laneway to drop this tree in. So I put my hinge right in the direction I wanted it to go. I had thrown ropes up in the tree. I think I do have a little bit of video of that. I might splice that in here while I'm just talking. About 60 feet up the tree in one of those crotches up there, I had put some ropes in it, which I tied off to a big tree up there and then brought back to here, so I would have my come along pull rope back here up to there, hits a snatch block and comes back here up to the tree. So I had some kind of safety wires. I actually had two ropes up, one that was up there on the pulley that I was pulling on, and then another that I had just pulled hand tight as I could to a different tree, just in case it started to lean one way. I had some kind of safety rope that was keeping the thing from falling on the house, which again is right there. I know he was in the intro, which I probably didn't say anything, but this is Teddy, one of our 3 dogs. He's a Samoyed. He is a mischievous little guy. So here's the tree. It ended up busting apart up at the top, and the only damage we got was a little bit of the fence got busted up. So here's the shop, there's the house. This went a little hairy, and I'll show you why. So my bar is only 20 inches. I have just a 271 Farm Boss. Had a pretty good face cut. Here's the hinge wood. I think I did a pretty decent job of keeping this uniform across here. I went with the hinge cut. It kind of helped that the tree was kind of shaped funny here, so it helped me get a good face cut in here. One of the issues I was having was I was coming in this direction and trying to make sure that I was even across here, which I would say, looking at this, I did a fairly decent job. I don't know what happened here exactly, but probably didn't come in far enough this way, and this is actually cut from the bar coming from the other side. But what happened was, if you look at this, I had scribed a line kind of what was level, which would have been down to here. And if you look at that, that would have had me a lot closer down to here. Ultimately, I was a little high on this back cut side, and I think that left too much extra wood, which gave me kind of a swinger. I think it's called a swinging Dutchman. I could be wrong. You guys can roast me in the comments for even doing this. Go ahead. but it ended up hanging on a little extra long here, which resulted in it twisting and falling this way, which you can see in that video. I'll splice in it falling just a little bit again here. You know, all is well that ends well. I was so proud of myself for getting this thing down. It is huge. I mean, you can see I can just walk up this thing no problem. I've been doing a lot of cutting in my hiking boots, so if you guys had any recommendations on steel toe hiking boots or anything, it's nice to be able to, you know, easily move around instead of big old boots. But you can see it did bust apart up here and all up in there. So, hey Ted. He's a goofy dog. But this is kind of what we're doing. So today I'm going to work on just taking some of these limbs off. It has been a super busy weekend. On Friday I proposed to my now fiance, which I think we will be introducing on the channel fairly soon here, and we're going to call her Mrs. Maverick or Miss Maverick for right now. Hopefully that won't last too much longer. We'll get married soon, and I'm really happy about that. So we've been pretty busy this weekend, running around, telling family, celebrating. This morning we ran in a half marathon, and now I am out here working on the trees. So I want to just get some of the limbs cut off this thing, get this thing tidied up a little bit so that I can actually start bucking it, which is going to be quite a bit of a process. So I want to bring you guys along, show you guys what went wrong, what didn't go, you know, what went well. I'm just glad it's on the ground and not on top of my house. That really makes all the difference right there. So probably just going to be a little bit of a time lapse of me cleaning this tree up for the rest of this video. I have a couple pieces of equipment I want to show you guys. What's up, buddy? Oh yeah, yeah. So I bought this helmet for my girlfriend. She was kind of interested in helping with the firewood stuff, and it was like $35. Hard hat, comes with the attached, you know, earmuffs and integrated face shield. I've been wearing it just because I thought it'd be nice to try it out, and it's really nice for bucking because I can just pop the lid down, or pop the face screen down really quick and then throw it back up. It's not the coolest looking thing. It's yellow, and I don't know, it doesn't look as cool as some of the protos or any of that stuff, but it's a pretty nice thing. The other mod I got going on here is I just put a zip tie on here that makes this 16 inches to the bar. Just been using that for doing firewood. Spin this out of the way when I don't want it. This is just like a HVAC kind of thick 1/2 inch zip tie. Really enjoying that. It's making it a lot faster instead of stretching a tape measure across and marking it with chalk. I've been really liking that. So that's kind of a welcome mod. I'm wearing my Feller's belt just so I have my pounding axe, which I use the Husqvarna Carpenter's axe. It's like 2.5 pounds, 2.25 pounds, which is plenty enough to drive wedges in with the backside. I've kind of rounded off the pawl a little bit just so that it doesn't break or chip. Not used to taking it out with my left hand. And I just put 2 really small wedges in my pocket just in case I decide to start bucking this, keep my bar from getting pinched. So I'm going to start just lopping these limbs off really quick, just to kind of get rid of some of that junk and make it smooth for how I'm going to want firewood rounds to be. I'm really looking forward to it. There's a lot of good firewood in this tree right here. So dollar signs from these firewood rounds. So I think we just want to work left to right. I'm going to just kind of go where the top of my face cut was, scribe a line up here, get this flattened off, and then we'll just work up here just because that's the way that the zip tie is. I'm just worried that eventually it's going to try to roll down the hill and take out the rest of the fence that I do have still working. So if you want to see, my face cut had a nice triangle to it. I'm pretty proud of that too. So the other thing I want to do maybe before the end of today is just clean this stump up, get it flattened off. I think I'm going to debark it and I might keep it there and maybe put a little bowl in it to make a bird bath. I'm not sure yet. So it'd be kind of cool to lacquer off the top and make a nice bird bath, water bath right there. It'd be pretty neat. So let's get the saw fired up and get cutting. Really cool looking wood. How beautiful that wood is. I know I'm not out west or anything, but this is awesome. This is a gigantic round for me. I love it. Got to keep chipping away at it. I thought it might be kind of interesting just to stick this and see how much moisture is in this wood. Yeah, it's still at 30%. How about close to the outsides? 40, right in the heart. Yeah, so this wood probably won't be ready to burn this year, but when I had first cut this down on the stump, I had counted 102 growth rings across here. So 102-year-old tree. Just so thankful didn't end up hitting the house. Well guys, that's it. One tank of fuel through the MS 271, and that's what we were able to get done. I think that's going to be it for me today. Like I said, I ran a half marathon this morning, so I'm a little whooped anyways. Need to go get some more water and just rest, get off the feet. It's Sunday, so back to work tomorrow. Really appreciate you guys watching the videos. I've been really trying to put some more effort into it. I hope that's been coming through in the edits and everything else. I know some of them have been really long. This one probably not as long. We're working on that, condensing everything. So thanks for watching. If you're not already, please consider subscribing, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Thanks.